Welcome to our restaurant.
Welcome to our new program today.
And welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into something a bit different. It's a real pressure cooker scenario.
Yeah, think about the most intense place you can imagine, maybe outside of, say, an ER.
Right. We're talking about a Friday night rush, peak time, in a really popular, busy restaurant.
Exactly. So we're stepping away from, the usual management theories for a bit.
And getting right into the thick of it. The noise, the smells, the sheer energy of it all.
Our sources today paint this picture like a minute-by-minute story of chaos, but chaos that was somehow, managed, successfully navigated.
And that's our mission for this deep dive, isn't it? To really pull apart the dynamics of this one incredibly hectic night.
A night that was chaotic, sure, but it worked out. A real triumph of logistics, maybe even just sheer willpower.
And from that, we want to extract some lessons, universal lessons, really, about efficiency, making quick decisions, leadership.
And resilience, personal resilience, too.
Yeah, absolutely. This whole narrative, it's like a perfect little micro case study. Well, often we look at big companies' failures or successes over years, right? But here, the entire cycle, pressure, challenge, response, success, it's all compressed into maybe 4 hours.
Okay, that's intense.
It is. The pressure is right there, immediate. Consequences are instant. And the things that made it work, the human actions, the decisions, they're just laid bare.
So this story is kind of like our instruction manual.
In a way, yeah. An instruction manual for thriving under what you might call situational extreme pressure.
Okay, let's set that scene then. The atmosphere. The narrative uses some really vivid language right from the start. You really feel it.
It jumps off the page, doesn't it?
Yeah. The restaurant isn't just described as busy, it's buzzing like a beehive.
And that image, it's so rich. It immediately gives you a sense of scale, right? Everyone working together, this dense noise, this collective humming energy, almost frantic but productive.
Like a hive.
Precisely. And that beehive idea is key because, hives are super productive, but they can collapse if that internal communication, that coordination breaks down. Disaster.
And the smells. They mention the air smelling of roasted garlic and warm bread. Sounds lovely for the customers.
Oh, definitely. But for the staff, think about it. That smell is a constant reminder. Thousands of little actions happening right now, all needed to produce that food. It's relentless.
Relentless pressure. And then there's this image that flags the instability straight away. The waiters.
Ah, yes. The waiters, the connection between the kitchen and the customer.
They're described as running around like headless chickens.
That phrase, it just nails the core problem in any high-pressure situation, doesn't it? You got intense energy, frantic movement, but it's wasted. It's not directed. It's not controlled.
Panic almost.
Yeah, panic, mistakes waiting to happen. Maybe information isn't getting where it needs to go fast enough.
So the goal of our deep dive then is to look at what turns that headless chicken scenario
back into a functioning beehive. What behaviors, what leadership stops the panic and directs that energy productively?
And it seems like that transformation, it really hinges on a few key people. People who can create calm in the middle of it all.
Exactly. Which brings us straight to Emma.
Emma at the front desk.
Yeah.
Right in the eye of the storm.
She's the first line of defense, isn't she? Dealing with the queue outside, the phone ringing off the hook, trying to stop that external chaos from overwhelming the whole operation.
And the paradox of her job is just stark. She had to keep her cool.
Even when everything around her was, as the narrative says, constantly going sideways.
Keeping cool isn't just about, not losing your temper. It's strategic for her, isn't it?
Totally strategic. It's emotional regulation as a tool. She's the face of the restaurant. The source mentions she smiled at every guest.
Which sounds small, but...
It's massive. That smile, that grace under pressure, it acts like a buffer. A stress buffer for the whole place.
How so?
Well, think about it. If Emma looks stressed, panicked, what do the customers think?
They think, uh-oh, this place is falling apart.
Exactly. And then the customers get anxious. And that anxiety feeds back to the staff, making them more panicked. It's a vicious cycle.
The anxiety feedback loop?
I like that, the anxiety feedback loop. And Emma, she intercepts it. She neutralizes that customer anxiety with a smile, with calm. Keeps the problem internal, manageable.
So projecting calm is actually a form of control.
Operational control starts right there. Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about her battlefield, the reservation book.
Yeah.
Because I think anyone who's managed a busy schedule or, any dynamic system can relate to this.
Oh, yeah. The description is brilliant. It looked like a battlefield.
Crossed out names, last-minute changes scribbled in, notes everywhere.
It's not just paper, is it? It's the physical embodiment of all that informational chaos, competing priorities, constant change.
It's interesting, though, why a physical book? Wouldn't a digital system be cleaner, better?
Would think so, wouldn't you? But maybe there's something about that physical mess, that battlefield, that actually helps in the moment. Well, it represents the reality, doesn't it? The pressure of allocating tables, managing expectations, dealing with walk-ins, all in real time. Every crossout is a decision made, a problem solved, or maybe a new problem created. Every note is a special request, an exception.
So the mess itself isn't just chaos, it's a map of the friction points.
Precisely. Maybe that visual chaos helps Emma keep track, see the whole picture instantly. Better than clicking through screens, perhaps, when things are moving that fast.
That makes sense. She can see the whole battle at a glance.
And she's juggling so much. On one hand, she needs the details. Table 4 needs to be cleared by 8.15. We can maybe squeeze in a 2-top at 8:30. Super organized.
But on the other hand,
That effortless grace, smiling, welcoming guests, full emotional engagement, that takes incredible mental bandwidth, especially under that level of duress.
then it's not static. The pressure keeps coming. The narrative says the phone wouldn't stop ringing.
Right. Constant external demand. It's not just background noise. Every call is a potential new variable. A delay, a cancellation, someone adding 2 more people to their party.
All demanding immediate answers, drawn from that already chaotic reservation book.
Which means 0 delay is allowed. Emma can't just say, hang on, let me sort this mess out. She has to sort it while the phone rings, while new guests arrive.
It's like triage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Constantly deciding what's urgent, what can wait a second, what's just noise.
Exactly. Rapid, frontline triage.
So the big takeaway here, for anyone listening, no matter their job,
Is compartmentalization.
yeah, Emma shows that skill of keeping composed, focusing, even when bombarded with information and conflicting demands.
Isolating the internal complexity while projecting that external simplicity. That's the key for any gatekeeper role under pressure.
Okay, let's move from the front lines, deeper into the operation.
Right. Let's shift gears completely from the careful negotiation at the front desk,
To the heat, literally,
the kitchen.
where energy meets execution, under Chef Marco. Now, the kitchen isn't chaotic like the front desk, is it? It's described differently.
It's a different kind of chaos. It's controlled chaos. Emma handles information complexity. Marco, he handles production complexity, timing, materials.
A high-stakes manufacturing line, essentially. But every single item is custom and has a deadline, a non-negotiable deadline.
And Marco is described as being absolutely in his element.
What does that really mean, in his element?
Well, it's more than just being good at his job, right? It suggests he's comfortable there. Maybe he even thrives on that extreme stress. He's not just reacting to the chaos,
He's conducting it.
conducting it, orchestrating it. Yes, and his leadership style is very direct, very visceral, shouted orders with confidence.
But not just shouting from an office.
No. Critically, he's hands-on, tasting sauces, flipping steaks. He's in it with the team, leading by doing.
That combination must be powerful. Command, but also presence.
Absolutely. It builds authority, especially when things are moving fast. And his goal, it says, is keeping everyone on their toes.
Which sounds stressful, but maybe necessary.
It's the required state in that environment, I think. High alert, vigilant, ready to pivot instantly, anticipating the next order before it's even shouted.
And Marco's confidence, it kind of spreads.
It has to. It stabilizes the team. It minimizes the chance of that headless chicken reaction we talked about earlier.
He also uses language in a really interesting way, even when he's critical.
Ah, yes. The famous line. He shouts, "Come on, team. We're not here to make a dog's breakfast."
Which is a great idiom for a complete mess.
Exactly. But the crucial detail, the source says he was laughing when he said it.
Okay, that changes everything. Why is that so important?
Well, think if he'd just yelled, "Stop messing up, you idiots." What does that do?
Creates fear, makes people freeze up. Resentment, maybe.
Right. Purely punitive. Counterproductive under pressure. But using the idiom, dog's breakfast, and adding that laugh, it does several things at once.
Okay, break it down.
One, it clearly identifies the problem's sloppiness. A mess, but without making it personal, without public blame. Two, the humor. It's a pressure release valve.
Lowers the stress.
Instantly. It says, yes, the standard is high, we're serious about quality, but we're a team. We can spot a mistake, laugh about it for a second, and fix it together. It builds cohesion.
And it's efficient communication too,
Yeah.
right? Everyone knows what dog's breakfast means. No long explanation needed.
Exactly. Sets the standard. High quality, but also speed and teamwork. Personality mixed with professionalism.
And we see this philosophy in action with the trainee, don't we?
Oh, the trainee moment. That's pivotal. The poor kid, under all that pressure, almost dropped a plate of spaghetti. We've all been there, that near-disaster moment.
And how the leader reacts in that second, it defines everything.
Absolutely. It determines that trainees' future performance, their loyalty, everything.
So what did Marco do? Did he explode?
The opposite. No shouting, no blame, just a quick pat on the back and another classic idiom. Don't cry over spilled milk. Just learn and keep going.
Wow. Okay.
That right there, that's a masterclass in mentoring under pressure. In any high-stakes, time-sensitive job.
Why is it so effective?
It's swift. It's practical. It prioritizes encouragement over punishment. The spaghetti, it's gone. Sunk cost. Worrying about it wastes time.
So Marco focuses on the trainee, not the pasta.
Exactly. He focuses on keeping the trainee in the game, keeping the service flowing. The message is crystal clear. Mistakes happen, learn from it. But the mission, getting food out, continues. Now.
Deal with the postmortem later, when the rush is over.
Precisely. It's human-level triage. Fix the immediate problem, keep the person working, reassure them, stabilize their emotional state, and move on. Marco gets that confidence is fragile in that environment. A harsh word could make the trainee freeze completely. That's a much bigger problem than one plate of pasta.
So that quick, non-judgmental correction actually builds trust and keeps the whole system running.
Essential for a high-performance team where speed means mistakes are inevitable.
This whole story, Emma's side, Marco's side, it's just packed with examples of how language itself is used under pressure.
Oh, definitely. It's not just about what they say, but how they say it. The speed, the efficiency of the language mirrors the speed of the job.
And for anyone listening, particularly if you're focused on communication,
You are currently listening to Mastering Flawless English?
then analyzing these specific phrases is really valuable. They're like little packages of meaning.
Efficient, emotionally resonant instructions. They carry operational info and emotional context. Super quick.
Okay, so let's dedicate this segment to digging into that. The language as an operational tool.
Good idea. Let's start with the language of stress. The phrases that paint the picture of how tough it is. We already mentioned buzzing like a beehive.
Right, intensity, density, maybe slightly overwhelming energy.
A great shorthand for that vibrant but demanding feel.
Then running like headless chickens.
Such a visceral image. It perfectly captures that disorganization, right? All that energy, but no direction. Panic mode.
It's not just criticism, it's like an alert signal. Control lost.
Exactly. And the whole point of leadership, like Marco's, is to turn those headless chickens back into that focused, productive beehive.
And Emma's reservation book. Looking like a battlefield.
Another powerful metaphor. What does a battlefield imply?
Chaos, danger, uncertainty, conflicting information, crossed lines.
Right. It instantly tells you she's facing cognitive overload. High volume, low structure information coming at her fast.
The power in these phrases is that efficiency. You don't need a long sentence.
No time for it. You say headless chickens, the team knows coordination broke down. You say battlefield, they know the info is a mess. Instant understanding, instant signal for correction.
Okay, so that's the language describing the stress. What about the language used to fight back? The language of resilience.
Ah, the positive language. The strategic idioms. The ones Emma and Marco used to keep things moving, kept morale up.
First one that comes to mind is Emma's internal mantra, almost. Keep your cool.
The absolute foundation. Emotional regulation under fire. It's actively suppressing that panic response the chaos wants to trigger. A command for internal stability.
Then Marco's goal.
Yeah.
Keep everyone on their toes.
Which sounds demanding, but in that context, it's necessary, right? It's about readiness, alertness, being proactive, anticipating problems before they happen.
And trying to prevent the near misses like the spaghetti incident.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there are the broader philosophies, the ones for surviving the long haul in that environment, like roll with the punches.
Yeah, this one's huge. It's acknowledging that things will go wrong, setbacks are inevitable, a table's late, an order is wrong, someone drops something.
The key is absorbing it without letting it derail everything.
It implies flexibility. The system, the person, has to be able to take a hit and keep moving, like a boxer.
Kinetic resistance, you called it earlier.
That's it. And linked to that, the attitude piece, keep your chin up.
Maintaining that positive front, even when you're dying inside.
It sounds tough, but yes. It's about maintaining professional composure, projecting optimism. It's crucial for the customers, obviously, but also for the team. They feed off the leader's energy, their perceived attitude.
So mastering these idioms, it's actually about mastering communication under pressure.
Absolutely. When time is the enemy, you need language that's fast, packed with meaning, and emotionally resonant. You can't give a lecture on adaptability.
You just say, roll with the punches.
4 words, and everyone gets the required response. Instantly. Cognitive alignment through efficient language.
That language has to be as fast as the service.
Rep.
Prepackaged instructions.
Invaluable tools for anyone leading in a fast-paced world.
Okay, so we've looked inside the machine, the chaos, the structure, the stress, the language. But why? Why go through all this?
The purpose question, the why. Why endure the aching feet, the shouting, the near disasters?
There have to be a payoff.
And there is. But it's not just about the paycheck, is it? The narrative pivots here. From the staff's internal struggle
To the customer experience, the joy, the moments being created out there in the dining room. That's what justifies it all.
Exactly. The staff's job, ultimately, is to facilitate these profound human moments. Often, the diners have no idea about the whirlwind happening just behind the kitchen doors.
Like the anniversary couple. The narrative says they were over the moon.
And that simple chocolate cake with the candle, delivered perfectly, despite the chaos backstage, that's where the efficiency translates into something special, something memorable.
High-pressure execution leading to personalized service.
And the husband sums it up perfectly. He says, "This place is the cherry on top of our night."
Another great idiom,
Meaning it wasn't just good, it was the perfect finishing touch. It elevated their whole evening. That's the ultimate compliment, the real metric of success in this business, exceeding expectations.
And there's the other table, the family. A totally different vibe.
Right. Not a celebration, but connection. Catching up after years apart, stories, laughter, and a few tears filled the air.
And the staff's role there.
Invisible, but essential. Emma, Marco, the whole team. Their hard work, their stress management created the space for that family. A secure, calm, beautiful environment where those deep connections could happen without distraction.
They absorbed the pain so the customers could have their joy.
That's a powerful way to put it. Despite Emma's aching feet, despite the trainee's near miss, the system held. It worked.
But the cost is real. By 10 p.m., the narrator says everyone was running out of steam.
You feel that exhaustion, don't you? Total depletion, physical, mental, after hours of peak performance.
And Emma finally sits down, her feet aching like never before. That detail makes it so real.
It's the physical proof of the effort, the cost of that peak performance. But then she looks around.
At the full table's still there, the glasses clinking, the smell of coffee.
The signs of success, the aftermath of the battle, but of victory. And she smiled.
And the realization, it was all worth it.
That's the emotional payoff. It's not money, it's satisfaction, competence, knowing you delivered, knowing the team pulled through, knowing you created those good experiences for people.
The chaos was the price of admission for that feeling of mastery.
Beautifully put. That's the difference between just doing a job and mastering a craft, isn't it? Producing excellence when everything is pushing against you.
Okay, let's pull it all together. Synthesize these lessons. What are the core rules for survival that this intense night teaches us? Rules that apply beyond just restaurants.
Right. Translating the specific into the universal, 3 critical mandates seem to emerge from the narrative.
Mandate number 1.
Roll with the punches. We saw it with the trainee and the spaghetti. But it's more than just staying positive. It's an operational necessity.
Meaning you have to expect things to go wrong. Build resilience into the system.
Exactly. Your plan, your system, your team, it needs to be able to absorb shocks. A supplier fails, a key person is out sick, the market shifts. Can you take the hit without collapsing?
It's about prioritizing momentum over perfection, maybe.
I think so. Marco recognized the spilled milk was a minor issue compared to stopping the flow. You accept the small loss to maintain the bigger momentum. If your plan shatters at the first mistake, it's too brittle for reality.
Okay. Mandate number 2.
Think on your feet. Rapid, accurate decision-making. Emma at the front desk was the embodiment of this.
Every phone call, every walk-in required an instant assessment and instant decision.
It's that triage skill again. Quickly sorting critical issues needing immediate action from minor ones needing a quick patch. No time for manuals or committee meetings. Intuition, experience, decisiveness.
And understanding that doing nothing, hesitating, is often the worst decision in a fast-moving situation.
Absolutely. A good enough decision made quickly is often far better than a perfect decision made too late. Confidence to act is key.
And the third mandate.
Keep your chin up. That resilience, maintaining composure, projecting positivity, not just for yourself, but strategically.
We talked about attitude being contagious. Here it's like a leadership tool.
Definitely. If Marco or Emma had shown their fatigue or frustration, panic could have spread. Keeping your chin up means consciously projecting competence and stability. You become the anchor.
Even if internally you're feeling the strain.
Especially then. It's separating the internal reality from the required external performance.
So these three: adaptability, quick thinking, strategic optimism, they work together.
They form the core formula, it seems. The narrative concludes, if you can manage these three when the heat is on,
You will always come out on top.
and we saw what coming out on top means in this context. It's hitting the goals, getting the food out, keeping customers happy, but it's also about the team morale, cohesion.
And personal satisfaction, Emma's smile, the trainee learning.
It's the proof that handling the pressure well leads to competence becoming true mastery.
What a journey through one chaotic night. From Emma's controlled grace at the front.
To Marco's command and strategic humor in the kitchen.
We saw idioms acting as instant commands, and how exhaustion gives way to that deep satisfaction of a job well done under fire.
Yeah, the whole story really hammers home how leadership, resilience, clear communication, they're not abstract concepts. They're practical tools you use moment by moment when things get tough.
And the skills needed in that restaurant triage, absorbing setbacks, staying calm, seem pretty universal.
You really are applicable in any field where precision, time, and pressure are part of the game.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you, our listeners, to maybe chew on this week, drawing from this deep dive.
Go on.
If real growth, real mastery happens when the heat is on, when you're pushed beyond your comfort zone, what could you do intentionally this week? How could you put yourself in a situation, even a small one, where you have to think on your feet, where you get to practice rolling with the punches?
Actively seeking the challenge, not avoiding it.
Yeah, seek it out. Notice how you respond. That's maybe where the real learning happens.
Turning analysis into action. I like it.
If you found value in this deep dive today, we invite you to subscribe, like, and share this video so that YouTube can let it get a large public.
Help us reach more people. We appreciate it. See you next time.